Most people don't know that over 800,000 jobs were just erased from the economy nearly overnight. And in a city like Vegas, where all that glitters is no longer gold, we can take a look at the canary in the coal mine and see how it applies to the entire economy. In this video, we're going to explore the apocalypse, the melting down of the economy, and show you why your prices by the end of the year may be literally doubled with estimates that are coming in from the feds themselves, and tell you what you can do to protect yourselves. My name is Stephen J. Campbell. They say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but that's patently a lie, and I'm here to tell you why. Sometimes you have to read past the headline. And if you do, this local review journal article that says that the Southwest Valley remains bright tells you the whole tale. It starts off by slapping you right in the face with it. Southern Nevada lost 1,300 retail jobs since its peak goodness 2.5 years ago, but retail construction growth remains a bright spot in the industry. But in here lies the secret. It's the double A class, the affluent asset holders that prop everything up. If this channel had a thesis, it would be this. You are living in a K-shaped economy where if you are not part of the top 10%, you are down here where it is all red. Retail development in Southern Nevada is increasingly concentrated in high growth suburban corridors. The Southwest submarket is leading the market. That is until you realize that that means that nearly the entire Las Vegas area is excluded from retail growth entirely. But this is not a Vegas problem. This is a problem that is plaguing the nation as a whole, and it's been happening largely under the radar, being swept away by politicians and policymakers that hope to hide things from you so you think everything is fine. As long as what Orwell called the proletariats look at a chart like this and see an upward movement, they can have full-on confidence that the economy is great. But how did this benefit you? I know for people that I know that I teach, this made them thousands of dollars today. I'll show you that in a minute. But let's look closer through the lens and take a critical look at the markets without all the noise. Reuters reported that in January, US business inventories fell unexpectedly. And this means one of two different things. Either A, they didn't restock enough because they sold too much, or B, they didn't bother to restock because slow sales existed in the first place. And then, of course, we have the slew of retail bankruptcies in the last year. Saks Fifth Avenue filing for bankruptcy, Eddie Bauer bankruptcy, Joann's Fabrics bankruptcy, Party City bankrupt, Big Lots poof, gone. And when you try to read the actual reports from the federal government, the people who we elect to do jobs for us, it looks like this. Hundreds, if not thousands of words and graphics on a screen that nobody can understand. And it's only when you tune out the noise that you see the real situation. Because when they reported 584,000 jobs over the course of 12 of these ridiculous text-based, hard-to-read reports, and you press Control F on your keyboard to look for it, there's one little section about revisions. That's when the whole story becomes clear. 862,000 of those jobs that they told you were just being created out of thin air, they never existed to begin with. But hey, Wall Street's doing great. The 10% are doing fantastic. And things are primed to get much more expensive for you for two different reasons. We're talking about literal doubling of the inflation rate. This is a report that comes out of the feds. And in about 60 seconds or so, I'm going to show you that report so you can know what to expect. But looking at these charts gets me all hot and bothered and excited to tell you about a way that you can really benefit from this stuff. It's our sponsor. It's me. It's my course. It's called 1K a day. One of the things that I've been doing for years is trading the markets. I woke up today, drew a yellow line, waited for the red to go through the yellow line, and I ended up banking $1,300 into my account. This is what I teach over 1,100 people to do in 1K a day. People ask me, hey, can I do this from the UK? Can I do this from Norway, Sweden, Australia? The answer is yes, 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 yes. Another question I get is, do I need a big bankroll? The answer is no, no. You're going to paper and practice trade for a while and then use a prop firm. So if that sounds like it might change your life, then this is what I want you to do for yourself. I want you to be one of the first 5 people, clicks the link below, goes to my site and puts in the code NEWS41. And you're going to get the entire 1K a day course for just 249 bucks. You're going to own it for life. So do it before I raise the price up. Be one of the first 5 because I think the price is going to 300 tomorrow since I always sell out every video. There's a money back guarantee. If you do all the videos and you see zero value, you email me, I just give you your money back. So at this point, what do you got to lose? You can either arm yourself with a talent and a skill that's a lot easier than you think it is, or you can keep grinding it out day by day and working more and more rideshare jobs. It's up to you. Because right now, what the economy is doing is it's driving down in terms of consumer confidence. This will create a nasty loop. Consumer confidence, it goes down, right? And then people that are sitting there, the consumer, they sit on their money. They don't spend any money. It just becomes flat. When they don't spend money, manufacturers and people that sell goods and services see their business go down. And when their business go down, they have to lay people off. So the employment goes down. Essentially, unemployment goes up. And then people lose consumer confidence. And it's the circle of life like a Disney movie, but not a good one. It's a Disney movie like the latest Star Wars films. And right now, consumer confidence is going to be hit really hard next month by things like the Middle East conflict or the Iran war, whatever you want to call it. And no matter what we do, the price of oil, which you can see right here, is always hovering at $100. It can't seem to poke its head past 120. It's going to lead to our big, giant, ugly monster in the room, which is overall inflation, which is going to double according to the feds. This is the Cleveland Fed. Most of you guys think the Federal Reserve is one thing. It's actually a whole bunch of different individual regional feds. So if we look at it and we see CPI, which is what you pay for pretty much everything averaged out, 3.38% in quarter 1. What is quarter 2? Let's look at that again, kids. 6.37. And all this 6.37 business is, again, all tied back to what's happened in the last 32 days. It's tied back to this one chart. That is the price of oil. Energy makes everything go up. The only people making money right now are oil companies. This is leading a lot of people, especially people getting ready to retire, to have major issues. Many Americans, according to Bankrate survey, they expect to rely solely on Social Security benefits when they retire. Look at baby boomers on the chart, right? 72% of them are now reliant on their Social Security to retire. And before we go further, question of the day. Are you guys thinking the NBA in Vegas is a good thing, and does it excite you? I'm trying to debate if I make a video about this stuff. Leave me a comment, NBA yes, NBA no. And if you leave me a really great comment, you might see yourself in my next video. I read your comments in my videos, and I'll do that coming up. Be sure to subscribe also if you're 1% smarter. We are rebuilding our audience with super smart, hyper intelligent people who love economies and love complex stuff. Be one of the 1% smarter club and subscribe. The same survey asked people, are you ahead or behind on your retirement? A whopping 37% of all people said, no, we're way behind. We are significantly behind. And it actually makes sense with the prices of things going up, with people being less able to participate in the economy, with people living day to day, paycheck to paycheck. It's getting harder out there for you guys to get ahead, let alone take vacations and live the same nice life you had. I know it's at this point the thesis, as I said, of the channel, but it's the K-shaped economy. More and more people year after year find themselves excluded from the upward mobility of the markets. And I tell you this because I love you guys and I want you guys to get ahead. I don't want you to do what I did for over 20 years, which was just act like everything was fine and not be aware of the situation. That's the wrong thing to do. I'll give you a tip. If you're going to read one book on finance, it should be this book, The Richest Man in Babylon. Take everything you are working for and learn to live on just 90% of it. Take 10% of it and do something with it. Now, because I don't give financial advice, 1K a day is not an investment course. I will tell you, I can't tell you what to do with it. But if you have 10% and you can save away 10%, even if you're just sitting on cash, it helps you become one of those people that has a better leg up on the economy when it slips than everybody else who spends 100% of what they make. Or you become one of the 5 people off this video who gets access to 1K a day. You understand why when it goes through the blue line, you click the button and you make money when it goes down. Find that link below, type in the code NEWS41. Some of you haters out there are like, dude, you're doing a drinking game. You're like, how many times is this infomercial going to talk about it? They take a shot. I only do it because I believe in it. And if you don't believe in it, that's fine. And I wish you the best financially too. Now, jumping into your comments, yesterday we featured a video of robots doing labor. And I think a lot of you guys think that the whole thing about AI is just about chatbots and horrible phone answering systems, but it ain't. Mr. One Bean One here say, whoa, thanks for showing the clips of robots doing physical labor. I usually pay attention to software, but those clips showing robots doing physical labor should be a wake-up call to anybody saying, get a job in the trades. Yes, that is absolutely true. See, right now, what's happening with AI is that you're seeing it presented as just a chat bot, but they're putting cameras into things that are able to get the world around them. If you've ever been in a Walmart and seen one of these little robots, you think it's just cleaning, but it's doing multiple things all at once. The robot is taking in data from everything around it. It's being trained on an algorithm. Eventually, that goes into a humanoid robot that can interact with everything around it. It's really no different than how a child learns to navigate its world, one little bit of data at a time. And I am objective. I don't just post stuff that fancies my own narrative. I have Russian bot here. I work in New York, and we are busy. I don't know what to tell you, bro. I work in New York, and Tropicana Corner is busy. I work in the service industry. We are effing busy all night long after 12 o'clock. All I do is I go to the stats. I go to the real figures from the LVCVA. They're the ones that should be lying to you and telling you it's busy. Overall, Vegas is down, but I'm glad that you're busy. I want you to be busy. I want you to make lots of tips and have as much money as possible. And if you can do it working in the service industry, I salute you, my man. That's good to hear. Wrath of Polly says, I don't want to interact with robots in Vegas, and it's a hospitality industry. People don't want to interact with machines. I'm introverted. I avoid people. But when I'm in a place like Vegas, I feel like talking to people at the front desk or the card table. This will be an epic failure. Yeah, I mean, but here's the deal, every generation is slightly different. You might at one point said that you are not going to have a streaming service in your house because you will go to the video store. You like the experience. I liked it too. My question to you now is, are you going to the video store? Or has a generation usurped the traditions you once had? And now you have no choice but to stream unless you want to go out and buy every single physical thing at the store yourself. But leave me a comment. I want to hear your comments. I will read your comments back on the channel itself. The comment of the day for today is, do you think an NBA team is something that you like the idea of in Vegas? Does it belong here? Tell me in the comments. I might feature you in my next video. And speaking of other videos, there are videos next to my head. Click on one of them. You will find something that you like. Almost guarantee it. And there's a video that we did yesterday with all those automated robots and machines there too. I do videos 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. If you are an economic geek who wants to tear into it and isn't just here for fluffy Vegas stuff, this channel's for you. Be sure to subscribe. It sure helps us out. My name is Stephen J. Campbell, and until we meet again, as my mentor tells me, and I pass down to you, just keep swimming.